So as people come in, we get started. Like I said, we only have about 30 minutes or so of me teaching you, and then hopefully then you can create something. 'Cause it's always fun to see what you can do in 15 minutes and put something together. Hi, Santiago. Is that first or last name? Okay, I get you coming in. So let me just introduce myself and get started. My name is Jonathan Gordon. I work with Brain Buffet, and I've worked with Adobe for a quite number of years. I was with Brain Buffet for about 14, 15 years off and on working with them. I've worked and I've published books on Adobe InDesign. I've technically edited books on Adobe InDesign, but I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher just like you. I've been teaching. This is my 30th year of teaching. And I've taught from a wide range from middle school, high school, English, social studies, psychology, TV production, graphic design, industrial communications, SAT prep, design foundations, students getting college credit. And the one thing I always get back to is Adobe products. I've been using Adobe products for I would say nearly 30 years. I started first program I did Adobe Photoshop, and I went into journalism, started using Adobe InDesign. And I tell you, in the last couple of years with Adobe Express, I am so excited. I've been excited for the last couple of years with Adobe Express and all the things that it has to offer. Now, some of you I know are familiar with it. Is there anyone here that is not familiar with Adobe Express? The main reason why I ask it, because then I'm going to go over some basic things in the interface to get you used to it so you're familiar with it, so it's not so jarring as like something brand new. Is anybody unfamiliar? We're all good? So, okay, our focus is one of my favorite tonight is create videos using Animate with audio. I did send a video in of our last time that we had some issues. I did send a video on infographics. So somewhere there's access to a video on infographics that you can watch. Hopefully you enjoyed that if you did see that. But like I said, I use Adobe Express all the time. I use this program almost every single day in either graphics class or in my English class. Yes, I did it today in my English class. My students were working on creating scenes from the Hunger Games using generative AI and creating text in there. And so we're using that. I have kids using infographics on using things related to the crucible and characterization. And then I have students creating newspapers with headlines and so forth. But this is Animate. This is where we can have some animation. And this is how what's great about Adobe Express. You can create a product that you can teach with, that you can have a topic, whether it's a story, whether it is a science experiment, where you can teach your students in a more engaging fashion, or if you want to turn it around, where students did the research and put together that information, and you can assess them on what they learned. And this is a more engaging way, an exciting way to get students involved instead of just writing everything down and the old way. Some things are great, but here it's exciting. So one of the first things that we want to do, unless you have questions, we're going to go to Adobe Express. So I want everybody to go to new.express.adobe.com to make sure that you have that open, and you should be able to open that up with your school ID, email, your Gmail, what you might have. You should be able to have that. You might have a premium version, or you might have a regular version of it. Now, the premium version just gives you a few more templates and gets you some more images, but ultimately it's free and exciting, and there's so much here to be offered to you. So if we're all here on oh, this is something afterwards. I want to get out of Express right now. This right now, I'm going to go to Express. I'm going to open up my Express here. over here, this is the education version. So you're going to see a couple of different things if you're using a different education version. Are we all using the education version that you see over here? Education over right here. If you're not, you might see a little bit of difference. If you have your own account, you might see a little bit difference, but right here in the education version, you can see you have links for education, you have class project, event clubs, drawing and fun. I love the drawing and fun. That's great. Educator event, essentials, learning aids and career, posters, videos, webpage, infographics, presentation. It's mind-boggling on how much is here. Before we begin and do the animate, does anybody have a quick question about the interface? If they thought they knew what it was or didn't know and wanted me to go over something quick about the interface that they may not be familiar with. Because again, we're all possibly at different levels.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I just wanted to add that all teachers and staff should be able to log in through Clever. That's how we set it up.
Wonderful. So if you're able to get on Clever, you can get right in here. And what you can see, you have all these choices of things. You can see your recent items down here on the bottom. You can view them all. If you want to leave comments to Adobe Express, you can have comments right up here. You can submit feedback right there, report a bug or any problems that you have. And you can search templates, search items all through here. If you can click this nice button over here, you click on there and you scroll down, they keep on adding stuff. Every week they add stuff. It's crazy. Look at that. Posters, videos, webpage, album covers. Go down here, coupons. They have coupons. You can create templates of coupons. Ebook cover, email header, going down gift tags, invoices, memes, mugs, all of these things you need to search and work into your classroom. Little tiny things, just having doing memes with your students is exciting. But our excitement today is Animate From audio. So a quick way to get there are several ways. You can scroll down here. You click off of here, and you can see this little quick action over here, this little blue dude right over here. This can give you Animate From audio. You can also come over here back to this plus sign and do a quick action, and there you can go Animate From audio. Okay, I'm going to click on here, and we have, I meant to change some things on here. I was going to surprise you, but I have a picture of a gorilla. I'm going to use the gorilla here. Now, you're all elementary school, from my understanding, right? So I'm thinking in elementary school, what could we do? We can do a science experiment. Maybe they're looking at seeds growing. We can look at historical figures, maybe some famous people like Abraham Lincoln or George Washington, and they can talk about it. You can present material, or the students can present material. So I'm going to show you, first, I'm going to show you one of my students' projects. And then we're going to get into how we can create a project. I had a project in my class. This is 12th grade. I did this for 12th grade, but it's a lot of fun. They had to create a TV sitcom. We were studying sitcoms. They had to create a sitcom, and they had to create a commercial for their sitcom. So I'm going to go and open that up. And I'm going to find it. Where is that? Here. I have this one here. Hopefully this works. Can you see this picture right here? This video right here? So they're a little crazy. They're a little crazy, a little fun with it. So they created a commercial. It's a neo-Renaissance. So instead of people acting out Renaissance things, it's fairies and trolls acting out people that live in that work in an office. So they go to Renaissance Festival. So it's kind of interesting here. So I want to play this here.
Hi, my name is Richard P. Jr. Gaming, and I want to introduce you to the coolest new sitcom on the corner block between Simpson House and Family Peter, The Watering Company. In this fantasy Dungeons and Dragons inspired sitcom, follow the titular watering company on their many journeys throughout the watering woods. Meet Denora Sunlist, a virtuous fighter, Hograt Sunrest, a gullible warrior, Olmus, a stony berserker and burgeoning intellectual, and Benny Gates, a mischievous goblin with a penchant for philanthropy.
So it goes in here. It's hysterical what they went in. They use all aspects of Animate by putting in music, putting in audio, putting in images to where there's some transitions in it. And they just had a great time with it. It made it a little bit more engaging for them than drawing something out or even just doing a video. Just let them play around with the program. And we're going to show you how we can put this together, how you can create something as well as students can create something. I'm going to close out of here, close over here. So I have this picture here. I wanted to surprise you with the gorilla, but I'll show you what that's going to be in a second. Just move this over here. All right. So Animate from Audio opens up. Does everybody have that open? Okay, great. So what you can do with animated audio, you can pick all these different characters. And if you ever go on here, that's a new one. I didn't see that one like 3 days ago. It might have been there 3 days ago. I don't know, but I didn't see this. I didn't see this guy. I didn't see any of these sons. I didn't see these shoes, these characters with shoes. I haven't seen them. I think some of the most recent one I think I saw was this pumpkin when Halloween came, and all my students wanted to play around with the pumpkin. It's like I had 5 videos of pumpkins. They keep on adding, and you can pick a different character that you like. So depending on what the subject that you are doing, you'll pick that out. So what I'm going to do is this. You can show you here. I'm going to pick a character. I have a character that I want. I am going to go scroll down, and I know I have Bongo, but this is not Bongo. No, this is not Bongo for me, because we're going to do a presentation, a quick presentation about Ivan, the one and only Ivan. Okay, I love this story. My kids read this story, and I know that many elementary school teachers teach this story to their students. Maybe not in kindergarten, first grade, but you might have older where they talk about Ivan. So I'm able to put in a picture right here of Ivan, but now I want a background. So I can come over here to background, and I can pick all these different kinds of backgrounds on here and select them where I want to go. You can also, if you just scroll down, you go through here, you can pick over here hot dog stand. That's interesting. Or you can come over here, you can upload an image. Well, not only did I'm going to upload an image, I had created this image in the generative AI. I created this because I knew the story. And when I typed in the generative AI in Adobe Express, I typed in circus in a mall. So I know the story. So I had something that came up. I like something. I got this circus right here and selected that. And I'm going to press open. And there's my circus in the background that I created with Adobe Express. But if you need to find a picture, you can find a picture from the different backgrounds, or you can create your own. Now I go, this is a nice wide. I always like working with the wide because I make it like a slideshow. But you can change your size. You can change it to where it's a square, and you can make your character smaller if you want in here. Or you can do like a story reel that you have like in Facebook or other social media. You can have portrait, a little bit wider, landscape, even further, wider in there, and other IGTV, here, different dimensions there for Instagram, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go back to where I had just like a landscape. I'm going to make my guy a little bit bigger. And this is where the size that I'm going to have that I'm going to work with. The reason why I keep it this way is because I like it because I can do a presentation and I can add some more to it. So now I have my basic guy, not Bongo, but Ivan. And now either you, or if your students are writing a book report of some sort of reading the book, and they can become Ivan. They can talk as Ivan, and I'm going to talk as Ivan. And I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to read here. I'm going to read some stuff, and I can record. And in case you have a classroom that's a little bit noisy and some other things in the background, you can put on enhanced speech over here, and it will enhance the speech and take out some of the external noises, or even if someone has like a tick in their mouth or like moisture in the mouth, it helps taking some of that out. So what I want to show you what I'm going to do, I'm going to record something that I already had prepared. It's always good to have the stuff prepared ahead of time. I have a Google Doc that I have over here, and I'll quickly show you. I have a Google Doc right here where I wrote stuff out that I'm going to read, and it's always helpful to have it done ahead of time, because otherwise they're going to be recording, stop, recording, stop. But if they have their script ahead of time, or you have your script ahead of time, you can have it planned out. So I'm going to record. You have 2 minutes or up to 1 gigabytes max per upload that you can do. You can upload any audio. Maybe you have audio from someone's phone or something like that that you want to use. But I'm going to record right now. Countdown. Hi, I'm Ivan, and this is my story. The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. I'm a gorilla living behind glass in a shopping mall, and I'd like to have you on a journey through my world, full of humor, sadness, and above all, hope. In the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade, where the lights sparkle and people make happy noises, I'm Ivan, living in the shadows. My life is like an adventure, stuck in a cage with hard walls, strange friends, and people watching for fun. Be done. I said a little bit more than I usually, but I wanted to show you what you can do with it. So now they have a little animation up here. It's enhancing the audio for it sounds good. Students can use voices if they want in there, or you could be presenting a skill that they are looking at. Maybe they have iPads and you create this as an MP4, and you have an iPads or Chromebooks that they can use through a lesson. And you as a character are teaching about the water cycle, or whether you're teaching about colonialism or the Aztecs or the Incas or something like that, and you can teach them about these characters, and they can be a little bit more engaged instead of just clicking on putting on a video or reading an excerpt. You can do those, but anything else to get them engaged the more you do, the more that they remember. And so over here, we'll almost finish up. They have a little fun over here. Let's see what's going to happen. Hopefully it's almost wrapping up. And then what's going to do is you can play it back here. You can download it right away if you want to download it right away. Or if you are going to do some more editing, I can open it in the editor. So I'm going to open it in the editor right here. I have my character right over here, and he's going to talk. And he's going to talk my voice, and it's going to move based upon what I said. So hopefully you can hear this.
Hi, I'm Ivan, and this is my story. The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. I'm a gorilla living behind glass in a shopping mall, and I like to have you on a journey through my world, full of humor, sadness, and above all, hope.
So I can go through the whole thing, but I left this open here so you can see a couple things that how long it goes. If you want to see the layer timing, you can see where you can layer things on top. And I'm going to add some images. I can add an image over here. I'm going to come over to here, and I'm going to add a media, and I'm going to add a photo. You can search photos. So maybe you want a picture of the baby elephant. That's part of the story, and you want to put a baby elephant. Put it in here. If you want to talk about the baby elephant, and you can put in a picture of the baby elephant, and you can put it over here, and you can talk about the baby elephant that's in the story. So, but you don't want to maybe start right at the beginning. So this is telling the story, and next you know,
above all, hope. In the Exit 8 Big.
And so then the baby elephant, if you're going to talk about the baby elephant and you want to put in here, you can do effects, changing up the color. You can go, scroll back down. You can change. Oh, that. Let me go down here. No, let me click on here. I can go over here. I can do adjustments, brightness, etc., saturation. Or I click on this again, and the big thing is that you can do animation, and I can have it zooming in, bouncing down, fading in. I can change the duration. I can have it if I want it breathing on here. And then when I want it to leave, I can just have it drop out. So when I'm watching it open up,
In the Exit 8 Big Top Mall and Video Arcade,
and it's just
where the
having
lights
some
sparkle and
movement
people
going
make
on.
happy noises. I'm Ivan, living in the shadows. My life is like an adventure, stuck in a cage with hard walls, strange friends, and people watching for fun.
And now it disappears. So what I want to do is, I don't know, like that over here. I don't want it to start yet. So I want to trim that. I want to bring that down. I don't want that to start. So I trim that down. And I want to take my timeline over here. And I'm going to see, where is it?
I'm a gorilla living behind glass in a shop.
Let me see.
Ivan by Catherine Apple.
I want to put something about a title of it. So I'm going to put it right over here. And I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to go to image over here to media. I'm going to upload an image, and I had one already saved. I have the Ivan book. Open it up. I have the Ivan book coming over here that I already had downloaded. I don't want it to start at the very beginning. I'm having some issues with it getting there, but it's hopefully will catch up to me on the internet. But watch this.
Hi, I'm Ivan, and this is my story. The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate.
Okay. For some reason, it's not liking that image, but I have a nice image of that.
Ivan by Catherine Applegate.
I'm going to go back. That's what's not showing up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to leave this. I have one I already made. So let's see if I can show it. Okay. I'm having some internet issues. Let's see if this one is it. Let's open this up. Okay. My internet is slowing today. Is your Adobe Express slow, or is it just mine? Does anybody have any problems with the internet on Adobe Express? Let's see here. I'm going to reload the site. Hopefully this works. Okay, so I was having some problems here. Let me go to my stuff. Let's try this one. Just add the images. See, it's not finding my pages. This project's open.
Hello.
Let's add this. Yeah, I'm having some issues with mine. Okay, so what I want to show you here is this. I'm sorry that I'm having some technical difficulties over here. The internet is not playing with me, working with me here. Let's see here. I want to refresh this again. I want to show you that you can add some video and audio to this. So I'm just going to start a brand new one here. I can get open here and do animate. And I'm just going to record quickly here. Hi, I'm Ivan. This is my story, The One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate. I want to see if that one has a problem. What I want to show you is that you can add audio to this. Besides recording your voice, that you can also add music to it. So if you go into the very beginning and you add some video audio to it, you can pick out some songs, and students can pick out some songs too. But one of the things that you want to make sure is when you pick out the music that it is very low, because otherwise then you can't hear their voices over the talking. So I'm going to do this right here. I can show my layers. I have this background here. I'm going to go to media. I'm going to add some audio and I have some music. That's good. And I'm going to lower the volume.
Hi, I'm Ivan. This is my story. One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate.
So I can make it a little bit higher. I can place that in there.
Hi, I'm Ivan. This is my story. One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate.
And then if you just want to put text in here, you can add text right in here as well. And instead of putting the title there, you can put the one and only. I'll make it brighter. Ivan. Yeah, I'll take that and I'm going to change my color. I'm going to change it to white. I can change my font over here. I can see my internet is running slow. And I can pick one of these different fonts that I like that might fit. I can change over here. Let's see. There's there. I like Alpharn 2. And so change that, and I can change the distance between the space. And I can move that closer here. All right. That's quick. What'd you think?
It was new to me that you can add more than one animation on a photo. I didn't know you could add the in and the out and the whatever the middle one was. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
just the looping. And so I can, in my text, I can add shapes, shadows on the shadows here. And I can over here even, I can do dynamic text on here, which is kind of cool. And then I have this here, is in space. Then I can do my animation and go in. I can just have them come in here. I can have them looping, have them flicker and out. I can have it spin, and I can do the intensity and the duration of it. And then I can just play.
Hi, I'm Ivan. This is my story. One and Only Ivan by Catherine Applegate.
Whee! And it spins right out. And so I always tend, younger students will like to play with all those loops and all those transitions. When I get to the older ages, I go, keep it simple for it. So your job, I'm going to send this right now to you, is this is a link when you get a chance to where you can do multiple videos or multiple people characters at once. You have to do screenshots and then go back for it. They usually can't talk at the same time, but I do have this here. And oh, someone asked, Lily had asked what student made that video. That was a 12th grader who had made that video for me. See, we lost a couple of people. I hope they didn't miss out. Questions do you have on what to do? Miranda, you know what to do? Lilia? Janie?
I'm going to need a little bit of practice with it.
Oh, of
I was
course.
able to open up a video. I have to play with it. It takes a little while for me to get comfortable with it, but I see the value in it. So hoping that I can help my students. One of them is Jimena Navarro, who's here or was here. She chimed in. So hopefully, if I have any questions, I know I have great resources in our team here. So thank you.
Yeah. And if you ever need to get any specific things here, I'm going to put my email address here if you need to get in touch with me. I'm more than willing to go over anything. So what I want you to do, we have about 15 minutes here. I want you to see if you can put together something that you might get started to use in your classroom. So I want you to do an animate from audio. And one of the things that you can see over here, so if you look up here, you can download it, make an MP4 custom size. You can download it. You can change it over here. Or if you just want a screenshot of just the image of something, you can do that. You can also share over here, where you can invite collaborators to work on your project at the same time. They could be adding different scenes to it, and you can bring it to your Google Classroom or your Teams. Then you can also publish this to the web. You can allow others to remix your project as well. So that you create a project, or maybe you make a template, put title here, put image here, and you can send that out to your students, and all they have to do is plop that down, add music to it, and you can publish a link right here, and then it's online, and you can share that image through Google Classroom or Teams or whatever you use with your students, and they can watch. Maybe you created something and they can watch what you did, and then you can share with other people, even if you are allowed to do a YouTube channel in your district. I know some schools are able to do that, and they put it on a YouTube channel, and you can see all of their projects that they use. Okay, I want to stop talking right now. I want to give you an opportunity to see if you can give me 5-10 seconds of something that you put together, something that you could possibly start out and use in your classroom. Okay, so I want to see what you can do, and then when you're ready, you can share it with me.
And that link that you shared, it was like for a video that shows, it's kind of like an extension of this. Like it shows a little bit more things you could do. You're muted. I can't hear you.
So I'm sorry, I muted myself by mistake. What it does is it goes over how you can use two characters that like talking to one another, but it has to do with doing screenshot and then importing that screenshot and then adding a new character to it and have that character talking. And then you go back to the screenshot and do the same thing. I don't spend a lot. If I had like another hour, I can do it. But I just wanted to make sure that you get the basics of how to do this and see how it could be used in your classroom, how you can use it, how your students can use it. So that's why I like giving that link. So try to create something that you can use. If you look over here, if you add images and stuff like that, if you have a video, this is my video here. I can even remove the background of my video. Maybe you imported a video. This lets me remove the background and create another background if I want. See if that does that.
I was sorry to interrupt. I was driving while we were getting in, and I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. I don't know if you could walk me through the beginning steps. I go to media, right?
Yeah, I'll go right
Then I
through
go
it.
to
I will,
videos or audio.
I will show you exactly how it is. I want to let everybody else, you work on your projects, and I'm going to show how this is done. But I just wanted to show you, you can change the background. You have the text there, but the background's gone. So if you had it before, you didn't like the background. So I'm going to start from scratch. So you can see from scratch how we do this. I'm going to go back over here, let that load up. Let's see. Get this down. Scroll. Okay. So I'm going to come over here to animate. This is my interface. You can go down here. You can scroll down to where it says animate from audio. Go here. Or you can come over here to quick actions and you can do animate from audio. I click on that. This opens up and you can change the size of your screen that you want to work with. You can change the background that you want to work with. I'll scroll down here. Okay, and you can upload images that you want. If you want a different background for here, you can change that. Okay, so that's the background here. I'll scroll back up so you can see. I can scroll back up here and I can upload an image. And you can change your character. You can have Earth, and you can talk, and there's the moon, and I can record right here, and I can enhance my speech to make it a little bit better, and I can just record. Welcome to the planet Earth. Please save me. And I can just have it recorded, and it's going to talk as my mouth opens and closes. As I would talk, that's what the character is going to do. This is a small shot, but if you did a wide layout with a landscape, you can add other elements to it, but you don't have to. So now I can check this one here.
Welcome to the planet Earth. Please save me.
So you can open it in the editor here if you want. I can resize this document here. And if I want to make it larger, I can do 19, say 20 here. And I'm just going to make this 1080. And I can resize it. And then I have my document here, and I can add other text and other information in here if I want. I can change out this photo. I can come over here. I can change out replace this with another video. I can change my speed. I can change opacity to this. So there's a lot of different things that you can do, and add effects, adjustments. If you have different layers, you can do and add screens on here and contrast and details. We can spend a lot of time going over that. How was that? Was that a quick overview to help you go?
That was perfect. I ended up doing something. I think the microphone was having trouble listening to you or me using it with you, but I will re-record, hopefully be able to do that and show the kids how to do it. But I'm really looking forward to using this in the next month.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's fun. And we have a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna ask someone if you have something done, share with me. If you don't have it done yet, share it with me afterwards. I would love to see it, because I have another workshop right after this I'm going to be doing with high school levels. And so we're going to be going through a lot of this again. But I would love to see any of your work. So I'm going to be quiet right now. Hopefully you're getting some work done. And if you want to share a link, remember, you can share here. And you can publish to the web and share a link. Okay, so I'm going to wait a little bit. Okay, goodbye, Miranda. You have a good evening. But if you get something done, I would love to see it.
Could I ask another question? I'm sorry if I'm the
not
only
at
one
all.
taking here.
No.
The audio I recorded, I'd like to re-record the audio, but I don't see where I could is it record voiceover? Do I
You
click
can,
that?
you can record voiceover. You should be able to do that.
And it'll delete the old one, it'll put the new one in?
You should be able to, I think you should be able to delete it, or very often people just start fresh over from the beginning. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as that, just to get rid of that. I can have here's my,
Because it's downloaded, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So I can cut and trim my audio.
Planet Earth.
So I don't have to have it from the beginning. I don't have it.
Planet Earth.
I can cut some portions out, trim things out if I want, but it's like not able to just pull that here. I can delete that, but I'm deleting everything.
What would you suggest? The work that we're going to be doing is practicing some speeches.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they could rehearse and practice using this animation. But they normally, I've done it with Flipgrid, and they do multiple takes. How would you recommend them adding a scene so that I can see them all? Or
Another place that you can go that can help you out in practicing the audio instead of just putting in their picture and stuff like that. If you go over here to Adobe Podcast, it's another site that Adobe's in beta. Okay, I'm not sure if you have it, and what you can do in here is you can drop files. You have tools in here where you can have a studio where you can record information, do a new project, and you can record different things here. You can record here, blah 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 blah, stop, and you can download it if you like it, and then you can change that up and do it a little bit again, and then once you download it, then you can upload that to the other one, to animate with audio from audio. So if you go over here, if you use podcastadobe.com, I'll put that in the chat. You can use that. That's a good way to record it, and it gives you some captions, closed captions right there, blah 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 blah. So that's one way to do it. So I know I lost a bunch of people already. I just want to make sure that I need to see if I can get people. If you're still in here, I need you to do this survey if you could. Make sure that hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you got something good at it that you can use in your classroom.
Cool. Brian, how can we share what we made, or Jonathan?
What you made, I'll show you right now. I'm going to go back over here. If you can just, I'm going to put this in the chat just so you have the survey, so I can make sure that you have that done. But if you go to animate over here, I'm going to go back to my project, and I have Ivan over here. I can share this project. I can collaborate with others. I can invite myself. I can invite other people in here and collaborate and work on this together. I can copy a link and send it to someone to collaborate. But I can share this, publish this to the web, and I'm just going to publish this right now, and it's publishing this, and Adobe is hosting it. And so once this gets published to the web, boom, 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 boom. Waiting for that, finishing that published. It's getting it ready. And once that's ready, you'll have a link that you can share it. Say you're going to share it in your Google Classroom. Here's my link. I have my copy, my link. I'm just going to put it right up here. I'm going to paste it. And there's my video.
Sweet.
And I have it over here. I'm like,
Catherine Appleby. Hi, I'm Ivan. This is my story. One and only.
And so there you go. You just save it that easily. You just get that link and then you can share it. So if you're doing a lesson, you create it, you can share that, and so maybe you make it, they have to watch it at home and they can do it, or they have parents that they can look at the video as well on doing a lesson, or you're recording something of an activity in class that someone's talking about, an experiment that you're doing, or reading, or talking about a book or something like that. And so there's so much here you need to investigate. It's so much fun, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with it.
And that's it. That's why I tell people I can't teach everything in 45 minutes and do it.
Yeah.
I can just give you a little bit of a taste and show you here. Look at my background. This is the generative AI. It's awesome. The circus I created with generative AI. We're going to have a workshop on that. And I'm going to show you all about the generative AI. It's just awesome stuff. And I can spend hours. And I use it in my class, English class, every day. I swear, one class does it, another class is doing something else in it, creating this poster, that poster, this video, this anime, everything. Enjoy it.
Sweet.
I'm going to have to, what was that?
Will do. Yeah, thank you for everything.
Not a problem. If you have any questions, remember, Jonathan at brainbuffet.com. I got to switch over to the other meeting. And yeah, just let me know.
Cool.
Hopefully you enjoy. Send me
Right.
anything that you do. I would love to see it. Any of your kids do anything. I would love to see it.
Cool. Thank you, Jonathan.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just
Bye.
stop this.